News Nation's Joe Khalil is live in Dubai tonight with a closer look at what is happening on the ground in the Middle East. Joe, what do we need to know?
Yeah, well, Natasha, despite the posts that you just saw there and the sort of hope that this may come to an end soon, it only appears on the ground from here as if this is an escalating conflict. And tonight in Israel, that is where the focus is, because for the first time, you've got a mass casualty event there. An Iranian missile struck what looked like two different places, one part in the southern city of Arad, another in Dimona, where there was a nuclear facility. And take a look here at some of the damage. You can see buildings that have been bombed out. We don't have specific numbers yet, but several Israeli sources, including the foreign ministry, confirming that there are at least 100 casualties. Now, the bulk of that, we believe, are injuries and not deaths. But again, a lot of this still being sorted out. The IDF spokesperson said that typically Iron Dome, the air defense that Israel has, which has been intercepting most of these Iranian missiles, for some reason failed in this instance, and an Iranian missile struck directly. So there's a lot to sort out there. Authorities say that they're still sifting through rubble, trying to make sure everyone is accounted for. But again, the first mass casualty event inside of Israel. And we've seen a further escalation from Iran as well in terms of their targeting today, not just hitting targets in the Middle East, but launching two missiles at an American and UK base, the Diego Garcia, in the Indian Ocean. What that demonstrated is that Iran is expanding its target base and also displaying that it can launch rockets and missiles that go some 4,000 kilometers. That distance we have not seen from the Iranians yet. And the reason that is concerning is because when you consider that distance, all of a sudden you've got several major European cities as well, not just targets in the Middle East, that Iran could potentially reach. So as all of that is happening, the U.S. continuing its strikes and its escalation as well, along with Israel, with strikes inside of Iran hitting today Natanz, which is one of those nuclear enrichment sites that were actually hit last year by Operation Midnight Thunder. So, Natasha, again, you come back to this idea that there may be a winding down of this war. People may be saying that, but it seems like everything kinetically on the ground is escalating. And one more thing, President Trump, just in the last couple of minutes, putting out a post on Truth Social threatening Iran that if they do not release their grip on the Strait of Hormuz, this is what will happen. President Trump says within 48 hours of this exact point, the U.S. will hit and obliterate their various power plants, starting with the biggest one first. So that coming directly from the commander-in-chief, Natasha, tonight, as we see virtually everyone involved in this conflict ramping up attacks, not scaling them back.
Yeah, important context. Joe Khalil live in Dubai for us tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.